Yo, yo. We are back for another fantastic episode of Late with Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
We know you guys have been missing us, but now we are back. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. No Sleep Crew, we
Yes.
appreciate you for checking in. Boogie, what's going
Yes.
on? How you doing?
Woo! I'm good. I put a little money on my Robin Hood with me fake trading. I did that a little.
Hey,
Boy, you talking about the biggest scam alive. No, I'm just
getting
kidding.
some crypto. Hey
I
man,
don't know
Robin Hood
what
be
I'm
pulling the
doing.
okey doke.
Right. I promise you, I done spent so much money and I'm like, am I making money? Like every
No,
5 seconds.
you're not.
I'm like, so I lose another $100 gradually. So y'all gradually trying to sleaze out. I can already predict in about 5 years, it's gonna be a Hulu special documentary somewhere talking about the
You
the
niggas got.
schemes, right? The schemes, tricks, and
Surviving Robin Hood. That's what it's gonna be
right.
called. The
Boy, they
Elon
just
Musk
taking my money.
files.
And I don't even do automatic deposits. I'm like, you know what? I haven't done this in a while. Let me throw a little hundred,
$20 here, $40
$20. Let
there.
me buy a couple, thinking I'm cool. I'm like,
You know what it's
fuck,
gonna
I'm not
be?
making nothing.
It's gonna be the Dogecoin years. It's gonna be I put millions in Doge and lost it all. That's what it's gonna be. Oh man,
Oh
I
god.
can't wait though. I can't wait. It's gonna be
I
like
know.
it's like
It's coming.
before we was recording. Remember we was talking about those what is it, those class actions? It's like, did you
Yeah.
use Robinhood between 2000 and 2022? Well, we've got a settlement for you. That's what it's gonna be. That's
Yeah.
what it's gonna be,
Everybody's
man.
out for themselves. How you feeling this week? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, I missed you. I missed the pod, missed all the fans. So I'm happy to be back. Me and my neighbors, I'm always like, oh, I hate these people. Like, I don't get along with them. Got dogs barking, all this dumb shit.
Hmm.
Yesterday I was out in the garage. I was smoking, as I normally do. And
Hmm.
one of my neighbors came out. Her son was like a little 13-year-old. I was like, oh shit, let me hide, my smoking utensils and stuff. I don't want this 13-year-old youth to be corrupted by the scent of this devil's lettuce. He was like, oh, did my package get dropped off over at your house? And I always hate when people ask that question because it's like, if your package was dropped off at my house, don't you think I would give you your package? Why would I keep your package? You know. So I was when people ask that. So his mom came out and I overheard her on the phone with customer service, and they were like, "Oh, it's not gonna be delivered until tomorrow." And I was like, "See, you over here thinking I did it when I didn't really do it, little man." And his mom was like, he said, "Oh, you smoke?" She kind of motioned. She was like, "You smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I'm trying to hide it so he don't see it." And she was like, "Me too." She was like, "I smoke, but I only smoke the oils, because of him." And she was like, "I don't want neighbors to
Why
smell
do you
either." And I was
smoke
like,
the oils? I don't know that. Sorry.
it's like the cartridges. Yeah, it's like the carts, and then there's more
Oh,
concentrated. There's some people who them oils really will put you on your ass.
what
So she was like,
Brittany Griner got arrested for?
"Yeah, man, that's a whole nother can of worms with that one." Did you know
Oh,
that
my bad,
she
my
actually
bad.
had a doctor's note for that? I was like, "You had a doctor's note for the
Doctors
cannabis?"
note in America don't mean shit in Russia. Sorry, but
I don't know, man. That's gonna get dicey. I'm like, maybe it was a Russian doctor. Maybe a Russian doctor gave her the script, but my neighbor
God.
was like, "I work for a grower," and I was like, "Really? You do?" She was like, "I work for a grower, and they always give me samples of flour, but she's like, I'm allergic to flour. She's like, it makes my allergies act up. I can't smoke this. Would you like these samples?" And I was like, "Sarah, did we just become best friends? I think we just became
Not
homies."
the first name. Oh god.
Oh, because when someone gives you free weed, you got to ask their name. I was like, you know what? I don't think I ever got your name. We've been living here we never really
Let me
talked.
really get to know who you are.
You know what? You could give me weed. I could hate you and be like, you know what? You a good dude. You're pretty cool. Gave me some weed, gave me some
Oh
gas.
God.
So we've built up this nice little friendship in a little 5 minutes. And anytime you
This
got
nigga
more
said a
samples,
friendship already.
anytime you got more samples that you just can't use. I don't want you to have no allergic reactions over there, Sarah. Bring them to your
Let
boy.
me let
Bring them
me
to my
let me
front
put
door.
you out of your misery. Let me help you out.
I'm trying to help her. She got a young son. I want her to be around to see him grow and have children, be the
Oh
grandbabies.
God.
You can't, if your throat closed up from the weed, you can't be around
Oh
long term. Send it my way, Sarah. Send it my way. And
God.
it is
I'm happy to
gas.
hear that.
It is gas. I gotta
Oh
say,
God.
it is gas, Boogie. I was so high yesterday. I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be this high right now. This is quality
Wait.
product.
Wait, so you're telling me I cannot stand when I'm that when I'm that high and I'm paranoid and I'm like, is this right? Is this supposed to be? This
Oh,
ain't
I
supposed to
looked
be.
at that
This
pack.
ain't
I
real.
looked at that pack. I looked at it again. And I was like, okay. I was like, it says like 23%, but I was like, I feel like this THC might be a little bit higher than 23. I had to, when you get so high, you have to take a drink of water, or you have to be like, whoo, it's getting a little hot. That's how I was.
Hey,
I was
I remember being so high and I had to excuse myself and go in the bathroom and look at myself in the mirror. I was like, hey, I know you, I know you're really high right now. Hey, we're not gonna spaz out. Oh,
get your
we're not
shit
gonna go
together.
crazy. Hey, I know this is a new feeling right now to be this high.
It's bad, or you have to you gotta hold yourself, have a conversation. You just be rocking like, okay, we
Hey,
can do this.
listen, this is new. I know. We've never gone this level before. We
So
gotta do it. Yeah.
I know you dabble in the eddies more than just the smoke itself. So what's the highest milligram, the doses you have ever consumed? In
Um,
one setting, not just
in
going
one
back and forth.
setting,
In one setting, what is your
I think I
highest?
accidentally,
It's always
and
an
I
accident.
say, yeah, it's an accident just because I wanted to prove uh that I could
Trying to see how
hang.
tough you were.
Yeah, I think it was like a 10.
A
10
10?
yeah, I
10?
did it. Yeah. I did one. I consumed a 110. I was like, man, I got this. Let's go.
See, you be microdosing, that's why. Because I
Yeah,
was
I'm
like,
a
10?
microdose. I don't do I know what my level of high is because I've definitely been high, really high.
So
And I was
let
like,
me
I
ask
can't
you.
do this.
Let me ask you because I know you're so when you get, because like you get a pack, right? It's like
Yeah,
10 eddies in a pack.
yeah,
So they say
yeah.
it's 100 milligrams in this pack.
Milligrams. Yeah.
So you take the little bitty, the one, and
So
you cut it. How many times do you cut the one? If it's 10.
shit.
So you're cutting it like what, four
So
times?
yeah, no, I cut it more than that. I might even do a half of the fourth.
Dang.
Just
Okay.
cause,
And it hits
so
though?
yeah, but
It be hitting?
I see most of the time I prefer a leveled high. Like I don't need nothing crazy or not because I want to
Okay.
be functional.
Oh, okay, okay.
Even with sativa, even with indica, I don't care what. Like I could do whatever. I want to be able to be in control because I've definitely
Okay.
taken a full 5. I've taken a full 5. I've taken a full 10, and I'm like, yeah, that's not how I want to feel. That's not
So
how I want
10
to
is
feel.
the limit for you, is what you're saying. You don't go
10
past
is
10.
10 is the limit. I've had a 20, but I only took half of that
Okay.
20. So 10. So I can only do 10 where that was my max and I was like,
Okay.
yeah, if I just want to be in the couch and just chill and never
Oh, we
get
knocked
up
out.
ever again, yeah, I'll take a 10, but I don't even do that. I don't
Okay.
like that.
See, when I thought you was gonna say like I start at the 10, I was like, oh, the
Oh, no, no, no.
10. I think the highest I've ever done, this was stupid. I did a 50. And I was just like, you know what? I'm eating this whole motherfucking slice. And I did.
Why?
I was like, oh. I was just I was like,
Man.
oh, this is interesting.
My friend just texted me too. The guy that I was it's a comic that I was with, and he was like, "You taking all that?" I'm like, Got it.
Nah,
Bet.
nigga.
Let's get it. Bet. And then I
How
wake
much
up.
was
I mean,
it?
it was a 10. And I
Oh, it was a
woke up.
10.
We were, yeah, we chilling. It's a group of us. I'm like, I took this. I woke up. Everybody gone. It's dark. I'm like, all right, let me go in this
I
bathroom
was like,
real
we left
quick.
like 4 hours ago.
I'm like, fuck. I knew that
I
shit
will go ahead,
was
my
hot.
bad.
No, I'm just saying, I knew that shit was too much. That's all.
I will say this though, you get the best sleep ever off the middies. Like if you have issues sleeping, woo, it don't matter the dosage, you'll get some good sleep. One of my homies told me he accidentally ate a whole cookie, which was 100 milligrams. And I was like, bro, how do you accidentally eat the whole cookie? There's
Yeah,
no, oh, I'm just keep eating and keep eating. It's like,
yeah.
nah, dude, you could have just broke that in half. This nigga fell down a whole flight of stairs. And I was like, dog. He was like, I stepped off the first one and just went down. And I was like, bro, there's just no way. No way. This nigga said he was high
Uh,
for like 2.5 days. That's too
yeah,
much. That's too much.
it's because
Can't
yeah,
do it.
it's different. I've definitely blacked out, passed out, high a couple times, and I just don't want
I
to do that again. So
I
just
remember
don't
giving
want to like that.
the homie came over and he was like, how many do you eat? And again, these are 10 milligrams. I was like, I eat like
Yeah,
two of them. And he was like, okay, you eat two, Nate. I'm gonna eat two. This nigga was asleep. He was passed out on the couch. And I really
yeah,
was
we don't
worried.
do that.
I was like, my man. You ever see somebody's body just go limp and you trying to pick
Yes,
them up and they're
mine,
just
nigga.
like, I was like, nigga, you got to wake up. I was like, you can't die over here.
Yeah, I've definitely had. Have you ever had like an inner out of body experience
Yeah.
where you were out and you could see yourself out, you could
Yep.
feel yourself out, and
Yep.
that's happened a couple times, and I was just like, yeah,
Mm-mm.
we we not doing that. That's a no go, buddy. That is a no
Uh-uh.
go. I definitely had
Oh,
to. I definitely had a conversation with myself. I was like, so what we not gonna do is that again, okay?
when I get back in you, you're gonna wake up and we never doing that.
I'm talking about
It's
looking at
funny.
myself like, look at this bitch, right? This is the goddamn shit.
It's funny because when you see them cartoons and they show the cartoon, it really does feel like that. You was like, oh, this shit is
Yeah,
so we all have had these out of body. It's just like,
yeah. I've had it a couple times.
yeah, you know. You know what's crazy though is when you give Eddies to adults who have never had them for the first time. They like, back in my day, we had the reefer. I'm like, this ain't that. Okay. I was like, this is not what y'all niggas had back in the day. I was like, you need to be careful with this pops because you're gonna be over here laid the fuck out. You know, but Boogie, you know what
I'm
time it
tipping my
is?
hat.
It's time to tip that hat. Who you tipping your hat to
I'm
this
tipping
week?
my hat to Quinta Brunson and the whole team at Abbott Elementary. Oh wow! Once again, this show is just out here getting accolades and getting the recognition that obviously it needs. And just I want to shout out
Yes.
to them as well as all the Black actors that's been nominated. Even though you don't need these nominations to tell you that you are dope, but this definitely
Right.
helps in this mainstream industry that tells you you need nominations and accolades in order for you to make a living. So shout out to them and shout out to all the actors out here doing boss things and getting the
Yes.
recognition they deserve. So
Shout out to them, especially Quinta. I mean, what first black woman to get 3 comedy noms? You know, I mean, that's dope.
yeah.
I think
Cheryl Lee Ralph just had this is her first nomination she done had. Now Cheryl is a fucking well-known actress
yes.
that's been killing in the game. And in the fact that now they want to recognize her, like I said, it's
Finally,
yeah,
she should have got one for Moesha. All that shit Moesha put her through, that Brandy's putting her through, she should have been nominated for fucking Moesha. But I love the video of seeing her get nominated. Her fan, I was just like, man, I am
yeah,
so happy for her. That joy
agreed.
that she had. Um, Janelle James, definitely shout out to her because that's
Yeah,
dope. I hate one thing I hate about this though is her and Cheryl Ralph are against each other, and I was like,
yeah,
damn, this sucks because there can only be one. And I was like, I'm rooting for
yeah,
both y'all to get that. I hope Quinta wins all three that she's nominated for, especially that writing one. I think that one.
Absolutely.
I hope you get all of these, and I hope
Absolutely.
we already knew that they were securing extra seasons, but when they run this and take on all these awards, just go ahead and sign them ABC to like an 8 season deal. Just go ahead and give it to them, run them that money, So kudos to all of them. I'm definitely excited for them.
Absolutely. Who are you tipping your hat to?
Mine goes to none other than Jennifer Lewis. I love this for her. You can see it with the leg up in by her star. I just love it. Even back from the Fresh Prince days, diva. I just love her personality. you know Everything she does, she's so extra. From even a
Yeah.
different world, it's like every
Yeah.
character. I just love her. I would love
Yeah.
to meet her one day. I was like, man,
Absolutely.
just her personality is just so infectious. So kudos to
Yeah.
her. Well deserved. I think Martin Lawrence is getting
Absolutely.
one at the end of this month.
Yep.
So kudos to everybody who's finally getting their flowers and everything.
And her book is dope. So if you haven't gotten a chance to read it, read her book. She suffers from manic bipolar.
Yeah.
So
And it's dope for someone who even suffers from that to be able to do what she's able to do at such a high level. Because
yeah.
a lot of people don't. It's hard to function. So
Yeah,
that's
it
dope.
really is.
It's funny. Like whenever I hear her talk, and sometimes how she can be so boisterous and everything with her characters, I always
Hmm.
look back to that Dave Chappelle that skit when he was like, Samuel L. Jackson, like, why are you yelling? Can you stop? It's like, no, it's how I talk. And I always look at her and I was like, yes, I love it. Because I wonder if people have ever been like, hey, you too loud. And she's like, no, this is how I talk. Diva. You're going to get it all the
Yes.
time. So kudos to her. Let's get to this first ad and we'll be right back.
They're hilarious.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com. BLAK watches.com. And make sure you use that promo code late night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, time for the news you can or can't use. First up, Boogie P Valley.
Woohoo!
Are you a fan? Do you watch P Valley? Have you been keeping up with all the dramas on and off the screen?
Do I? No, this show, I just want to say before we actually get into it, if you're not watching P Valley, you missing out. This show is just overall another banger, just like Abbott Elementary. Just the cinematography, the writing, the authenticity. I always have trouble saying that, and just genuine characters. I'm loving it. What about yourself?
I could not have agreed with you more. Everything from top to bottom, the visuals, the writing. And if you've ever been in a strip club, this is exactly what the good ones are like. This is what they are. You
It's
have to go
giving
to the
real.
most.
It's giving
Yeah, it
real.
is. They did their homework on this because if you've ever been to the good strip clubs, it is in the worst part of town. Usually the building on the outside is terrible. You're like, why the fuck am I pulling up to this shack? And as soon as you walk in, you're like, oh, okay, I'm at home. The music
Like,
is
oh, they're
banging.
funny. I
If I feel like if you don't feel like you're about to leave with tetanus or something you didn't walk in there with, it ain't a good strip club. It's not a good strip club environment. I have to feel like, ooh, I gotta take these clothes off and burn them because I don't want whatever was in there in my house. If you don't leave with that feeling, you're not gonna have a good experience. You're just not.
Yeah.
Um, I love it. I feel like it keeps getting better and better from season one. The writing has it's been so much better. And I was even the visuals, like the visual that they
Yeah.
do. I'm like, oh, these cameramen or camera women, they getting every angle. I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on? Um, and just the actors and actresses, like they are doing a damn good job. Like these people are really in these
Mm.
characters,
Yeah, they
you
are
know.
in their bag. They're definitely in their bag, and I applaud Stars. This is Stars, right? Yeah, I
Yes,
applaud
ours.
Stars. I always forget because they just jump. I'm jumping networks to watch all the damn good shows, black shows.
Showtime,
Yeah, it's
HBO.
just fucking annoying. Just yeah, but yeah, they are. I hope they lock them in for a nice amount of time.
I'm gonna call it right now, 7 seasons. I think they're gonna
You
get
gonna seven
7.
it? Okay,
I'm a 7 it.
I'm
Seven,
gonna I'm gonna say
7.
five.
Okay.
5 is a good sweet spot for me. I think 5 is a very good
Yeah.
sweet spot for a show.
I agree. I can see 5 to 7. 5 to 7 in that
Okay,
range. As
okay.
long as it doesn't end on one of those Game of Thrones type of last
Yeah.
seasons, But Boogie, let's get really into P
Let's.
Valley. Because there's a group of people who feel like if you watch P Valley as a straight man, you might not be straight. You just if you watch a show with actors who are acting
Mhm,
of situations that
mhm,
aren't real, you
mhm,
might be gay.
mm.
I seen that Little Duval tweeted out, yeah, P Valley lost me. They need a super gay advisory on movies like they got for everything else because there's a lot to see and not to if you're not used to it. So one of the writers did respond, as a writer and producer of P Valley, specifically a writer of this episode. I encourage you to step away from Chuckalisa. This show is not
Mhm,
for you. Go watch something else because the gay ain't going nowhere. Hashtag P Valley with the heel.
mm,
Boogie, this is one of those things that makes me scratch my head
mm.
because when people say stuff like they need to have a advisory, one, there is a parental advisory on P Valley. If you watch,
Yep,
when Stars does their it's the same
yep,
thing with Power, any of those, it puts a paragraph on there that's like some of these images might not be suitable for younger audiences. They also
yeah,
put like if you're prone to epilepsy and seizures, you might not want to watch because all the flashing lights and titties. So
that's
they
correct.
do have a disclaimer there. But
Nudity, they have nudity, language, advisory, disclaimer
but
for sure. Yeah.
Boogie, but I think you know where I'm going with this, Boogie. Did you niggas not watch the first season? How are you getting to season 2 and you're like, you know what? This is really gay. Did you not watch what was going on during the first season? Blows
When
my mind.
I read tweets like Duval or other comments like that, my first instinct is to laugh because I cannot believe people are this ignorant. You
Yeah.
just laugh like, is this real? this this can't be real. This this isn't real because if it was real, that means he didn't watch the first season.
Didn't
And
watch the first season.
get this idea of gay advisory. Do we have a straight advisory? Straight
Yeah,
is
right.
everywhere. Cis is everywhere. Okay, cis and bro is everywhere, but we don't have an advisory. Guys, just want to let you know, if you're not part of the straight community, there might be a lot of straight interaction going on. Okay, just be weary. Just be weary.
The straight's gonna be straight in this whole entire episode, so
We straight
might be
now here,
trigger
nigga.
warning.
Trigger warning. There will be all the straights
it's
straightening.
it's just like I just be so confused by it because it's also like I was like, okay, you saw Uncle Clifford, right? You
Oh
as a
God.
gay man running a strip club, so at some point in time, you had to know that there might be other gay folks in the show too.
Oh God.
I
I
mean,
just yeah. It
it's
it
just
it's we get out of that. I just feel like leave Chuckalisa. This ain't for you, man. If you don't want to watch it no more.
You know, it was crazy though. It was like, well, season one that was okay because it's Uncle Clifford. We already knew because they told us he was gay. But you know this other just adding other gay people because gay people don't exist like that. I'm just like niggas. What are y'all
Another
saying?
gay? Another gay.
It's two of them. It's just like I'm like, bro, y'all do know that, and
Oh yeah.
I think when you have a conversation with people, they're like, well, yeah, we know gay people exist, so it's just like, so why don't you think they deserve to be shown on TV? I'm like, that's too much for y'all. Like, I help
I
me.
listen, if the job that again, kudos to P Valley because they are doing the damn thing. If there is so much controversy outside of the show, that's bringing it outside of the show. That means they're doing something right. If people are like, "Whoa, are they really doing this? Oh shit!" on television, that means their acting is phenomenal. They are
Oh
doing their
man,
job perfectly. Because let me tell you, okay, there's been a couple.
little murder,
I will little murder out here when I make it out of the streets. I would to deserve. Okay,
man.
listen.
And you know what it was? It's that one episode, not this last episode, but the episode before that one. That was the one that I was like, oh, when I saw it, I was like, these niggas is gonna be mad. I was like,
Woo-hoo, when he took that condom, I mean that wrap off.
the
Listen, come
clutching
on
of the
now.
pearls. I was like, they really about to do it. I was
I
like,
love it.
oh, okay,
Because it's portraying
real
it's
life.
just a full it that's why I love this show so much because it's showing the full life and range of a character, and it's supposed to make you think.
Feel a
It's
certain
supposed to
type of
make
way.
you yeah, it's supposed to make you feel. So they're doing an exceptional job. All the people that can't hang, get the fuck out of it.
I
You
think
get
it's
out of it.
making I think it's making these people feel in the wrong way. I feel like,
Yeah,
you know what it is? I feel like it's making people having to have some tough conversations about either themselves or their homeboys.
themselves. Yeah,
You know, I think that's what it really is, what it boils down
yeah,
to. Because you can't fathom that someone could be so masculine, or I'm a hardcore
yeah,
rapper. You can't fathom that they would want to be with a dude. It's just like, why
yeah.
would you want to? You got all these chicks out here. I think that's what it is. And
And
also, you
that
know what it is?
last, yeah, yeah.
It's
Go ahead.
uncovering a lot of homophobia from these niggas who say they
Oh
ain't
yeah,
homophobe. It's covering
yeah.
a whole lot of homophobia. And I was like, bro, like, why does this bother you so much? And you know
But
they're
I will,
acting.
yeah, I will say this: I'm squeamish about all sex scenes in general. I don't care
Oh no,
about
I
any
get
sex
that.
scene. I'm just like, oh, now they doing it. Oh shit! Like
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm there
When
with any sex scene. It don't matter.
when I agree with you on that. When they first started to get at each other, I was just like, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, there was the clutching of the pearl because we legit have not seen anything like that. At least most of us have not seen stuff
I
like. So
was
you just like,
excited. Yeah,
oh, what is going
yeah,
on here? But yeah, no,
yeah.
I do get you because you do be like, wait, how far are they
They
gonna
gonna go.
go?
I
And
gotta
it was
read.
just like,
Yeah, I gotta
you know
rewatch
what?
the last episode because
Oh
in the
man,
beginning, first of all, they are a couple. You know, this couple is a real couple, and they was
yeah.
like, "You ready to do this scene? All right, let's get
It
it."
was that last episode touched on so many things, man. Mental health is important. I was just like, woo,
Oh,
this
absolutely.
is I was like, this is a deep episode. And then the whole Mercedes experience, like
Oh yeah.
P Valley is deep. P Valley be touching on the
Hey,
way Coach was
Mercedes,
tripping.
he
Coach
was like,
was
you not feeling this? No, nigga, not feeling it at all. Peace out."
not with y'all.
He's
Only
like,
I
"Oh,
can get this experience. It was,
oh yeah,
I don't know, man. It was just, I don't know.
yeah."
It's a great show, and I don't know, people, you just gotta understand that these people, not even say these people, but everyone, they exist. Like that's what the part I don't understand. It's like y'all act like gay people have not been out here and aren't existing, and they don't deserve to see themselves. I just don't understand it. That's the part that
Even
really
if
irritates me.
yeah, even if okay, so let's say this, even if you don't understand the concept of what of of the love between same
Right.
sex or whatnot, understand or understand that you are willing to be open to these new concepts. Be willing to learn and unlearn a lot of bullshit that we were taught that
Yeah.
clearly was used as a training mechanism
To
to for us
brainwash
to
niggas.
hate. Yeah, to hate. To
I
hate.
think it goes back to like what you said in the beginning. It's kind of like it's gay folks, they are constantly bombarded, or you're constantly seeing hetero cis couple. You're always seeing it. So I think it's cool that we get to see it from the other side, because again,
Agreed.
gay folks exist. Gay folks are having sex with each other. So why can't it be acceptable? Why can't you just be okay with it, bro? And
We
then what's
all
crazy
yeah,
is you thought it would be the whole goddamn episode. I was like,
yeah.
bro, it was all of like 2 minutes, and y'all niggas
It's a
are
little ass
freaking the fuck
scene.
out.
It's a little ass scene. And everybody a little gay. What the little kids say? Everybody a little gay.
Everybody a little gay sometimes.
Everybody a little gay sometimes. Shit, because I was like, God damn. I'm
And
looking at video. Boy, I'm looking at scenes like, maybe I'm doing this wrong.
get a little hot under the collar,
Boy.
You know what's crazy is even with it, and it was the actors. People were like, and these actors are doing dope ass jobs, and people were like,
God.
well, I couldn't let my man act in no gay scenes because he would be gay. And I was like, so you mean tell me you're gonna stand in front of
God.
his career, you're gonna stand
Yeah.
in front of him getting paid because you're
Yeah.
insecure about niggas who are acting? This ain't even real. It's
And
not
I also
real.
think I also think because people don't know how those scenes are actually made, they don't really understand like the
True.
concept of like you guys is all an illusion. Like it everything is meticulously
Set
worked
up and
out,
shot.
set up. There are people there to ensure everyone's safety and
Yep.
comfortability. Like it's not
What
the
do they call
way.
them? The sex
Uh,
coordinators or something? I forget what they
yeah,
call
sex
them.
coordinators,
Yeah.
sex coordinators. Um, yeah, just like how we talked about it last time about I was asked if I was willing to go frontal or ass out, back out, and I'm like, hell yeah, in the back. You can see all the cheeks all you
Right.
want. Let's go.
I mean, I think it's just silly though that you have people out here that you would stand in the way of your partner's
Yeah,
career. And
it's
you
dumb.
notice what they've been working for. This is something
Yeah,
that they have literally put in. Like my man that plays Little Murder, he's a trained theatrical actor. Like my
he
man
is.
has
He is.
chops. And it's like
Yeah.
you willing to say, I don't want my husband or whoever to act because they might have to kiss a dude. I'm like, so if that's your thought, if that's your rationale, then these niggas who are on Snowfall, you think they really out here selling drugs when they say cut.
Yep.
You think that's who they really are. You think these niggas is really out here shooting people. Like
Yeah.
he played a drug dealer on TV, so he got to be a drug dealer in real life. Like that's not how that works. Just because you play a gay person or a person
Yeah.
in the closet on TV does not mean it's who you are in real life. And I
Open your
personally could not
mind.
stand in the way of my partner's goals or dreams because of my insecurity, because of what some people want
You
to say
won't
on
be
the
my
internet.
partner no more.
Like that's
You
stupid.
won't be
Exactly.
my
I'd be
boo.
like, deuces. I'm gonna go keep
I'd be
getting
like,
these
watch
checks.
this. I'd be like, watch this. What?
Man, they done took that meme. Usher, I hope you're getting paid, Usher. I hope you're getting some likeness for these gifts because
Usher was
we
like,
done
all right,
ran
y'all
that.
doing this? Watch this. He's like, I got something for y'all. I'm about
Every
to watch
concert
this on
now,
watch this.
every concert, Usher has to come out. Oh, is he coming out? I think it's him. Watch this. Oh, and he's there. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. But
And then he got to do the challenge too, right then and there.
hey, look, man. Just like how Omarion rolled out that, Usher gotta do
Oh
this too.
God.
You gotta do it.
You
But
have to take advantage of that. But yeah, P Valley is a great show. People
it
that's not
is.
on board, get the fuck away. We about to watch these. Yeah, we about to watch these episodes and enjoy the show to the fullest. So
I got two more things to say about this because somebody said it was like, well, kids shouldn't be watching. I'm like, you're absolutely fucking correct. Children should not be
it's
watching
not for
fucking P
kids.
Valley. Like,
This
so
is
what
not for
about the
kids.
kids? I'm like, you should not be watching this with your children anyways. If you got to be
Yeah.
18 to get into a strip club, what makes you think your 7-year-old should be at home watching
Great.
cheeks get clapped and people on poles? Like, come on, man, be an adult, parent your
Yeah.
child. Don't let TV shows parent your children. They should not be watching
Agreed.
Power or any of these other goddamn shows. Come on now. Like,
Agreed.
stop doing that. And
And
lastly,
yeah.
go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say just about Power. Like, there should be options. There are options. If you don't want to watch this show, there are other shows, black shows, that are doing a
Yeah.
great job. So stop crying. Move on, my
I can
man.
name like
If you
8
don't want.
black shows that you can watch if you don't want to see the drugs and the sex and all that stuff. You know, there's what, The Shy, there's
Yeah.
Southside, there's
Yeah.
tons of them. The
Yeah. There's
Upshaws,
tons
go
of
through them.
shows. There's
And
tons of
lastly,
shows.
though, Boogie, I think we really underestimate even the actresses on the show, but even just the
Mm-hmm.
coordinators and the exotic
Mm-hmm.
dancers in general. The core strength. Do you see
Yeah.
some of them tricks that these ladies are
Yeah.
doing?
They're out
And
here
it is
doing
just,
Marvel. They getting Marvel exercise training to do these strip clubs. They getting
man,
trained combat style.
Mississippi.
Okay.
I really want to know. I'm like, is that you doing that, or is that someone else doing
A
that?
stunt double.
Because
Yeah.
I really want to know. I'm like, are these actresses like, oh, I can act, but I can also
Are
work
they
that pole
switching
too?
faces in these mofos?
Like,
Yeah.
because they be doing like when they come down and they
When
like,
they
I'm like,
fall.
you about to
Yeah.
hit your
And they cut.
head.
Yeah.
I just be like, ooh, like
You
I just be
you know what you be
mesmerized.
like when you watching it? You like, where is my dollars? Let
I'm
me
like, coach.
throw it out.
That's what it is. I now see why the niggas be throwing, because it's just like, oh my God, I'm in awe. I got to throw some money. You can't, after you done seen them from 20 feet in the air and
Yeah.
come down and not bust your head, I got to give it to you. I'm just like, here you
And
go.
coach, one more thing. Coach is doing too much.
He really is.
Coach was doing too much. Sorry,
But
buddy.
I mean, bro, and I know it, because I was telling people, I was like, you know what it was? Coach was like, that ain't in the fucking contract. The contract is me and Mercedes, not me, you, and my wife and Mercedes. That's what it is. This nigga's just jealous. He jealous. I'm like, bro, why? Just slide her extra 20 bands, you know, because you got to pay for the wifey to enjoy the Mercedes experience, and all three y'all can have the experience.
Niggas.
But she knew though. She knew, because she was like, don't fuck up my bag. She even said it. She was like, don't fuck.
did.
And I'm just like,
And the wife was like, I'm not.
She was like, I don't give a fuck about your bag. But watch P Valley though, y'all. You tune in. It's a great show. It's gonna have you on the edge. It's gonna take you in so many emotions in an hour. I just be like, and you know, let's move on to this. But you know what? The preacher, Mercedes' mama, I think I'm falling in love with her mama, because she is, although she was a dirtbag season one, I'm not gonna say she wasn't, but she is holding people to task the second season. She is coming for that mayor.
I have no words for her. But watch that show.
I was like, lady, you up here smoking weed and talking about the Lord. I was like, this is funny. Yeah, it's a great show. And Clifford's auntie, what's her name? She in it too. I forget her name.
Loretta Devine.
Yeah, you can't forget her. But yeah, watch the show. Let's get to this ad and we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Topic number 2, Tierra Mack is a Rhode Island senator who has came under fire for posting a twerk video encouraging people to vote for her. Boogie, did you see the video?
I saw, yeah, I saw the quick TikTok.
You saw the cheeks clapping. You know what's funny about this? I didn't even see the part where it was like, please vote for me. And maybe I was distracted by the twerking and everything, but I was like, where did she ask for the votes? But
Yeah, I
I've
don't recall
seen
seeing that either.
I seen so many people that was just so upset with her. And I was like, do y'all not realize that there are full blown cokeheads who are running this goddamn government? There are people who are doing some of the most foulest shit ever that you would not know of, who are running things. And y'all want to be upset because she's on a beach on vacation doing what most people do on vacation. They're twerking and having a good ass time. I just couldn't understand why people were so upset. Actually, I do
I
get why
just,
people were upset, but go
yeah,
ahead, my
they
man.
just they want to keep and ensure that our politicians are a certain way. They look a certain way. They act a certain way. They speak a certain way. Sorry, guys. This is the new age. This is what we're doing. They're living their life again, being a full ass human. She ain't doing nothing wrong. It'd be different if she was showing her twat, her holes, and some titties, but that is not happening.
Even with that, I wouldn't. I mean, obviously, who doesn't love a good coochie shot and some titties, but it wouldn't have bothered me if that's what was even being shown there. Because I mean, you're on a beach. It could have been a nude beach or whatever. But also,
True.
what does this have to do with you being able to run office or be a senator? That has nothing to do with it. Now, if for some reason you're on the Senate floor and you start twerking, I might be like, you know what, man, this might not have been the place for you to bust that handstand, that twerk there.
Yeah,
But you on a beach. This is beach
yeah,
activity. Like the
yeah.
respectability of politics, we have to throw that shit out the door, man. Like it's starting to be um excuse
Starting.
me.
It
Well,
is.
you're right. It is. It's entirely too much. Because
Yeah.
like she alluded to, she was like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna think what you
Nope.
want to think about me regardless. She's graduated from an Ivy League school. You don't care. She's won a
Mm-hmm.
national championship. What was it for rugby? You don't care. She has all these
Yeah.
accomplishments, and you're still going to say, okay, you're a queer woman, you're a black woman. We don't fuck with you. It doesn't matter. She could be all
Mm-hmm.
primp and proper, and people still will like her, which is what she's saying. And
Mm-hmm.
personally, I don't care if this is what gets you votes and you do a good ass job. Why does it matter? Why does that matter?
Why does it matter? That's it. Why does it matter?
As long as you're
Can
not
we?
being
Can we?
racist
Yeah.
and hurting
Yeah.
people, you know.
Yeah. She's doing something because her name is in the news. Granted, for the wrong
Tierra Mack
reasons,
though,
but
that sounds like somebody who ain't gonna take no shit though. Like, oh, Tierra
hey,
Mack over there. You don't fuck with Tierra Mack. Miss Mack, you don't fuck with Miss Mack's kids. Like, I'll be like, you know what?
yeah. When I first heard it, when I first heard the name, I was like Tierra Mack or Tierra Whack because you know that's a rapper as well. She
I
from
did not know
Philly.
that.
Mm-hmm. Tierra Whack. I was like, Tierra Whack is in politics now? But
You know what's
I
even
had to check.
crazier about this though? As I think we're not even bigging her up for how hard it is to do. One, it's hard for a lot of people to twerk, but to twerk on a handstand, that's
Yeah,
hard to
that's
do.
those are
Like,
skills.
like we're not we're worried about the wrong stuff. We should be like, ma'am, you should be teaching the class. There's a lot of people who would pay to be able to do what you're doing. Personally, I probably would vote for a twerking senator. I would, because I'm like, you're relatable. You
Hell yeah.
are relatable as hell. Which means if you're able to be this fun, this cool, I'm interested to hear what you got to say about some. How do you feel about climate change? How do you
Right.
feel about inflation? I'm interested. You got me here with the twerk. Now you got my attention. How do you
Yeah.
feel about this deficit? Like I really want to sit here and I want to know.
Agreed.
I really
I
want to know.
think people are making it a big deal. Suck a dick who don't like it, and
But this just
let
goes
her
to show
live.
that even in politics, we with anything, we always have to be that much better. You know how crazy people
Yeah.
went when Obama had that tan suit on, a tan fucking suit, and look at
Ah.
this.
Yeah.
And it's clear because people are like, "You're not gonna get elected," and then I was like, "Y'all do know she's already elected. This is for her to get reelected. Y'all already voted her in. The
Yeah.
constituents, they love her. So I'm like, keep doing it, Tierra Mac. I hope you do it." And further, again, it blows my mind because I'm like, you got senators out here who are passing bills against gay people, but they're sleeping with gay people in the closet. You have
Yep.
senators who are banning abortions, but are crossing lines for their mistresses to have abortions. You got
Bork.
senators who are smoking crack in hotel rooms and stuff, but you want to worry about someone who's not hurting anyone just by twerking. Come on, man. What are we doing out here?
Priorities all fucked up.
I will say though, politics it is funny now. The politics now it's like a reality show. It's just like, well, goddamn, like it's I don't know. I hope she keeps twerking though. I hope she keeps twerking. I want to see her twerk all the way to the White House. Twerk all the way to the White House. That's where we're going.
Shake
That's where we're
that
going.
ass. Yep. Shake that
All the way
ass.
to
You
the White
got this,
House.
Tiara.
You know what? I hope for like the next President's Day or something, they should have her just twerk. Just do it. You know.
I knew
You
that
know
was
what
coming.
though? Because Beyonce is on, and I think I'm falling in love with Beyonce. I think we talked about this before, but she's on
Yeah.
TikTok now. This would have been the
Yeah.
perfect "You Can't Break My Soul" to her just twerking. That would be perfect. Get these votes. Break my
Is that
soul.
is that is that is that the ass clap?
That's the cheeks. That's the thighs and the cheeks just going.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. I just,
Ah,
I and I was just, I don't know. I'm just not upset with the only thing that bothers me. I don't even say it bothers me about this though. Is and maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna ask you how you feel about this. Does this open up? Is this a slippery slope? Does this open up people who might do other things to get elected outside of twerking? We know racist people are gonna get elected because they're just gonna come out and say, "I hate niggas, vote for me." Does this seeing her twerking? Does this create that precedent for people doing other things to get elected? Or
I
you think
think
no?
I think people were doing that in the first place all along. It's just now she
Okay.
chose to do that. I think people were doing that anyway.
Yeah, you might be right. I think you're right.
That's
I mean,
what
you are
that's
right
what
because Donald Trump got
that's what
elected.
Hillary.
So
I was gonna say, remember Hillary?
you're right.
Remember Hillary Clinton went on Breakfast Club and said she keeps hot sauce in her bag. The
This is
pandering
true.
is gonna pander, okay? Regardless of what it is, the pandering will happen. They will do it for some votes.
Do you think that this is pandering, her twerking, or you think this is just her having a good time? Do you think
I
this
think
is
it's
her like,
both.
hey,
I
there's a
think it's
segment of
both.
people who twerk. I'm trying to appeal to you.
That's I mean, she's having fun, but she also is pandering for some votes.
And again, I think
She's
she's like
pandering to
26.
people.
She's like
Yeah.
26 too. So that factors that into like, yeah, we're gonna twerk
What
for
do
these
you
votes.
expect? Come on now. We need something to pull you in, to draw your eyes. So I'm gonna show
You
you
know
this
what?
ad.
You know what, Boogie? Here's what I think she's gonna do. If I'm gonna put on my marketing hat here, put on my marketing hat here. I think the campaign need to have Cardi B, need to have Meg The Stallion up there with her on stage. You got to have the two twerk queens, city girls too. Put the whole twerk team up there. Just have Tierra Mag and the twerk team vote for me. 2023 twerk team. That's what it should be.
I want
That had a
that.
nice ring to it. 2023 twerk team got a nice ring to it. Say that like 3 times fast. 2023 twerk team vote for me, Tierra Mac. That's an unofficial slogan. Tierra, if you listen to this, you can can use that if you want to. Just saying. Boogie, niggas is tripping. It's time to get to y'all niggas is tripping. Y'all niggas tripping. Who you got? Because niggas has been tripping lately.
Niggas have been tripping. And I just want to read what exactly she said. Specifically, this judge says, "You'll be Bubba's best new girlfriend." That's what she said. This is a female Seattle judge. Apparently, she was reprimanded for telling a serial criminal he'll be sent to prison and raped by inmates if he doesn't change his ways. Okay? We have to go, we as in people that are trying to be good people, you have to go beyond the measure sometimes. Go just above and beyond the rules, if you would say, the standards, if you will. This judge was like, "Hey, I done seen you so many times. You clearly have a problem. You're back again for the same crime. Something must be done. Something has to be done because clearly jail time is not doing anything at all." So she took it upon herself, not scaring you whatsoever. So she took it upon herself as the judge that is uh on the case and said, "You know what, man? What's gonna happen is your ass is gonna be best friends. Your booty hole is gonna be best friends in the prison system if you don't get your act together. If people find out exactly why you're in here, that hole will be community hole." And I didn't find anything wrong with it whatsoever. She was reprimanded because clearly you can't really say that. I understand, but she felt the need to say something because if not, this mess was gonna keep coming. He's gonna keep returning, and people are up in arms because she is being reprimanded.
I think first off, you said community hole, and I was just like, "Ooh, that's that's the pain. It's gonna be a painful reality for that dude." But I think I agree with you. I do agree with you. As I don't see anything wrong with it. I think we are getting to be too sensitive when it comes to stuff. Like, do people not remember Scared Straight? Do they not remember how them people used to talk to those little kids? It was grown ass men. I remember it was one dude. He was missing like 5 teeth in the top of his mouth, and you know what they do to little boys like you? I take you and slap you with some jelly, and I eat you. And it's just like, what are we doing? And this is in the 90s. They were scaring the fuck out of these little kids. I remember it was something I did piss my mom off. And if you've ever met my mom, the sweetest, like, she doesn't get mad. She's just like, love them with kindness. Nothing ever pisses me off. I did something and she was like, you know, they do little bad boys. They send them to jail. And you know what happens in jail? They stick a broomstick up your butt. And I was just like, why are you telling me this at like 8 years old? And it scared me straight. I was like, I'm never gonna be bad and talk back. I'm just gonna do these dishes like you did. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Because it's true. That's what happens in jail. A lot of people do get raped in prison. And if I'm a serial crime committer, if this is my second strike, what would keep me from committing that third strike is finding out that the booty warriors are waiting for me. That would keep me from wanting to go back to jail. I'm gonna look both ways before I cross the street. I'm not doing anything to get me in trouble. She was
just trying to help him out, and yet she's being reprimanded. So niggas is tripping out there.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. How much time did she get? She get sent. What happened to her? Did she get suspended for a week or two? What was the? Because I mean,
me out here to follow up.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy about that though? Is we've seen some judges reprimand people. We've seen some judges say some shit to people, and I was like, so why is this out the ordinary? Yeah, you ain't gotta look for it. We know she got reprimanded. I just, you know what? Judge, I'm sorry.
It doesn't say. A complaint was filed with the Washington Commission on Judicial Conduct against Amato in October, and in December, she received the allegations. It is unclear who spoke out against Amato's remarks. Though the judge confirmed that she made those statements in the complaint,
He
in
doubled
the
down.
complaint, yeah, and that they violated the code of judicial conduct, she insisted that she made them purely out of goodwill for the defendant and were meant to impress weren't meant to impress upon him the need to change his behavior. Doesn't say what happened to her.
I
She
mean,
just
that's the
violated.
stupidest. That's the dumbest shit ever. So what they saying is, so judges got to be like, all right, 20 years, that's it, get out of my courtroom. You can't say,
Oh,
I don't want to see
yeah.
you here no more. Like, I don't understand that. That's
She
just
received an official admonishment. I hope I'm saying that right from the commission, and that's the least severe form of discipline it can issue. But it stressed the seriousness of her actions nonetheless. So that's what she did. She got a little. She got a little check
that's stupid, man. I
on her
I
file.
think
She got
that
a little check.
was that's just dumb. Just dumb, 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 dumb. She's right though. She's not wrong. She's
She's
not
not
wrong.
wrong.
She's out here trying to keep these youths on the straight and narrow. And again, look, I'm sorry. If I was a gang banging youth and you was like, hey man, you're gonna be dead or the booty warrior's gonna get you. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm gonna go read some books and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make something of myself. I'm gonna be somebody.
Clear her
My y'all niggas
file.
is
Who you got for
tripping.
y'all niggas is tripping?
This was one I saw on Twitter, and I was just like, I scratched my head, and I was just like, why? Why? There was an interracial couple that got married. It was congrats to Jana and Marcus on jumping the broom. I seen this tweet. Not a black man jumping the broom with a white woman on this land. Y'all have no shame. And I was like, sis is right. Irritated me to my core. If you want to marry someone of a different race, do you? That's your business. Do what you want to do, but don't be having colonizers take on our cultures and things that are for black folks. For those of you that don't know, jumping the broom was something that black people did during slavery time because we were property. We could not legally be married. So a way to signify us of tying the knot, we jump the broom. You can't, in good conscience, jump the broom with a colonizer. Her ancestors would not have even let y'all get married back in the day. So why now would you jump the broom with a colonizer? I just don't get it. I know some people are like, "Oh, where's some European countries that jump the broom too?" That's cool, but we ain't talking about that. We're talking about the significance of what it means to the black culture, and I think it's just stupid. And I get maybe she didn't bring, maybe it was him pushing that on, but part of me is like, nah, white people like to take on other people's cultures. Like, oh, I think we should do this. This would be a cool idea. I just think it was dumb, and someone should have told him that that wasn't cool. Because I know people in my black ass family would have been like, "Nah, we not doing this. We not jumping this." Somebody should have been like, "Nah, bruh, this ain't cool." Marcus, what you doing? I
I
get if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. But you shouldn't have been jumping over that broom, brother. You shouldn't have been doing that.
It's yeah. I'm trying to see why, like, why would he want to and agree to do this? Like, is this your mom saying that you got to do this? Is this him because of his culture? You know how people always, when
The
they're
merging of
coming,
cultures.
when they're married, yeah, merging cultures together, they want to, do something that symbolizes both cultures. I'm trying to get an understanding. And I also thought about this, like, what if this was a black wife uh, and a white husband?
Oh, they
Like,
had a
I
picture
don't
of
even
that too, because there
because
was a
I'm trying
sis
to.
that did it.
That's what I'm trying to think. I'm like, is there? I'm sure that's happened before. I don't know how to feel about this. I think everybody's answer is correct. Colonizing in general shouldn't be a thing, but I will say, if this is what the family wanted to do on the black side, and it was like, you gotta do something that really signifies our culture. This is our culture. I who am I to be like, no, nigga, you can't do that shit. She ain't black. Fuck out of here. She ain't black.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. It's just like I get that. Like, who are we to say? But I'm like, brother, you something. There should have been something in your mind that was like, yeah, we're not doing this. Because plot twist, how much you want to bet? They got married at a plantation. How much you want to bet?
Oh
How
God,
much you want to
God,
bet? This was a
God,
plantation style wedding, and we jumped it, bro.
please no, Lord Jesus.
I really hope it's not. I hope that's not where they got married at.
Can we
But
just? I
I
feel like
just,
all the plantations
not a
should
good
be
look.
given to Black people already,
They should. They
and
should. I agree.
and
I
they
hardly
should
agree with
not
you.
allow. Yeah, and they should not allow weddings anymore.
Yeah, that whole concept of getting married on a planet, that's just weird in general. I was like, people died here. Y'all are jubileeing and dancing over people's graves. Like that's just weird.
It's
But even
very
in this, I was just like, yeah, brother, you had to read the room. Read the room, brother. I'm not jumping no broom. And as also, and I don't expect white people to know, but for the ones who do know,
yeah.
you should be like, no, this is not. I understand this part, but no. You just gotta be like, no.
You better pick
I'm not
something
gonna do
else.
this. Come on,
This ain't
Jana.
it.
Throw some rice, have some greens at the wedding or whatever, but y'all ain't jumping no brooms. And you know what's crazy though?
Yeah, it's
Is
crazy.
in the thread, what really was, and I was like, sometimes I can be oblivious to things and I try to unlearn. I appreciate you and other Black women in my life for helping me to unlearn some of these things. I
They were.
get it. I get why y'all be calling niggas incels and nigga cells. I get it. I was in the threads and it was a lot of niggas caping for brother. And I was like, whew. I was like, y'all niggas just don't get it. I always, because I've been one of those people who've been like, are brothers really that bad? Do we not really stick up for the queens? Because I ride for the queens. I ride, and people's like, Nate, you are a dime a dozen. I'm like, these niggas can't really be that bad. Like, I'm uplifting the brothers. Some of y'all niggas really are that bad. Y'all really are that bad. And this thread opened my eyes, and I was like, niggas, we got to do better. I know it's not everybody. I do know that. But on that thread, I was like, y'all are the niggas that they be talking about. Y'all are the nigga cells. Just irritated me. Do better, Marcus. Do better. Out here married to a white woman on Al Gore's internet, jumping the broom.
You big dummy.
Do better. Well, that concludes my y'all niggas tripping for this week. Let's get to this final ad and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Final topic. Kelsey Plum won the WNBA's All-Star Game MVP. She put up a excuse me, All-Star Game record of 30 points. So that was that, she went out there and balled her ass off. But, there was more talk about the size of that trophy instead of, her accomplishments on the court. And Boogie, when I saw it, I was just like, y'all are playing in these ladies' faces yet again. This is the trophy that they give. This is the participation trophy. This is the trophy that all little kids get at the end of the season. It's like, oh, you did good when you didn't really get to play. That's the trophy that they give. They went to Party City and was like, what's the cheapest thing? What's the cheapest trophy that y'all have? Okay, you have any ones cheaper than that one? I want that one. That's what this trophy is. This is not a trophy that you should give to the MVP of a professional sports league.
I first want to say I was a little bummed out. I wasn't able to actually go to the WNBA All Star game. I was offered a ticket and I wasn't able to go. But my friend who did go says she had a hell of a time, and I'm definitely happy and glad that the WNBA is getting more recognition. But my God, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Oh, it's not.
These players are busting their asses. And I promise you, anybody out here, any dudes in general, that's what I'm speaking on right now. Any dudes think that they can go against any of these players are stupid and out of their mind. And the fact that the WNBA decided to come out with this trophy for the MVP, I am appalled and sickened and almost laughable how small of a budget the WNBA has. And I'm just like, we need to do more. We need to do better. We need more money thrown into this league, man. Come on, man. This is crazy. Yeah, it saddens me, but it's just comical how much of a price and wage gap there is between the NBA and the WNBA.
No, I agree with you. It's weird, man. It really is with the WNBA because you see in other women's sports leagues, there's a little bit more excitement. Like women's soccer, although they are just now getting equal pay as what the men are getting, is way more entertaining. People actually watch the women's soccer league. So it's just like, yeah, we for the ladies. The WNBA, I started watching it as a youth. You know, I grew up under like the Cheryl Swoops and the Lisa Leslies and the Cynthia Coopers, all of them. The league was fantastic. It was dope when I was a child. As I got older, I was like, there's some type of disconnect here. It got to be really boring. And I hate to say that, but it just did. They need to find a way to do something to make the league more exciting. They really do. I was reading that every year they lose like 10 million plus off the WNBA. Like the NBA, it's a struggling league. It's a struggling business, and it's like the NBA has to funnel money in to keep the league afloat. So I understand.
It's it's new. It's considerably newer than the NBA, and I think you brought this up a number of times, but there has to be considerable changes in order for the excitement to get brought back, and lowering the rims for sure is an option that everyone's been saying.
They need to. These obviously they can. They can dunk, but it's just like it's harder for them to get up off of that court when the rim is that high. Brittany Griner, everybody can't lower that rim so we can see the Diana Taurasi's yoking on somebody. It would be like the equivalent. You don't see Curry dunk often. When he get up there, you're like, oh shit, Curry can dunk. I want to see Taurasi dunk on somebody. That's one thing they need to do. They need to figure out something to get more viewership because. Again, people always say, well, no one watches. They don't watch because 99% of the time, you don't even know when WNBA games are
when it's on. Yeah. If you're not a fan,
that's the biggest issue.
If you're not a true fan of any of these teams, you're not going to pay attention. You're not gonna go out and do the necessary research that's needed to find a fucking game and what network it's on, and is usually on the B side of a network. It's not on the main network.
It's always on like ESPN 35, and I'm like, nigga, I don't have ESPN 35.
It's always a fight to watch the damn. I just want to watch the damn game.
it's crazy because there's like 800 NBA games on. You be like, man, I don't even like the fucking Thunder, but it's on, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yep.
You don't
Yep.
get that with the WNBA, so they
No,
need to
you
figure
don't.
out something with that. And again, and people viewership goes hand in hand with how much they get paid. The more
Yep.
people that view, the more people that buy tickets. That's
Yep.
why they're not getting paid as much. Now, granted, there are still billionaires who are running these leagues that could put more money into.
They
I
just choose not
understand.
to because they're losing money.
Yeah, I understand it's business. So I believe me, I get that point, but there's got to be something because the college game is not suffering.
Nope.
Men tune in to college women's basketball. That
That
might
shit
be
is
because
exciting.
it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. And they might be pervs. There might be some pervs watching too. But
That's why I watch the NBA. Sorry.
nah,
No, I'm talking about women's. I love
I thought you
watching the
meant
NBA for the athletes as well. I love watching the physicality, the game itself. I love the game, but some of my
yeah.
favorite players are the ones that I want to, take down real
Yeah.
quick.
He was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you down, Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's weird to me. It's just like they got to do something, and these are world class athletes, and this ties into why Brittany Griner is overseas because she's
Chilling.
one of the highest players, highest paid players
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
WNBA, and you still have to leave and go overseas and play. Like it's crazy. Like there's just got to be something done to make the game. Like I said, lower the rims. It starts with that. Lower those goddamn rims. Let them dunk. Even so, the season isn't long enough either. It's only 32 games. So that in
It's the
itself,
summer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get enough time to be able to say, okay, I like these ladies and I'm feeling this team because you just don't see enough of them. The NBA, I can be like, oh man, I'm not gonna watch for a month and it's still gonna be on for like 4 fucking months. Like you got to figure out some, even college basketball. You cannot watch college basketball for 2-3 weeks and it's still gonna be on. You don't watch WNBA for a week and the shit's off. Like
Yeah, but this toy of a trophy that they have for this MVP is just
it's the worst thing ever. I'm like, I want to know, is it even real metal? Like, is it even real like Tiffany's sterling silver or whatever? Like, come on, man. She probably got bigger trophies than that when she was in high school and college. Like, this is just fucking terrible. It's just like, oh, this little bitty thing. And especially when you see how big the trophies are that the men get. Like, man, you getting the Kobe Bryant trophy. I'm like, come on,
their
man.
participation trophies are bigger than that.
The fucking gold medals that they get from the Olympics are bigger than that trophy.
Big as hell.
It was just like, here you go. And the way she's even holding it, I'm like, why am I even holding this with 2 hands? I'm like, girl, you should. It's a 1-hand thing. Like that's what this is. Like I just
like a damn tea kettle.
It really does. I'm
for
just,
kids.
I'm like, this is all I get. I put up 30 points. That's all I get. You could. There's Gatorade bottles that are bigger than that trophy.
Yeah, y'all gotta do better. Come on, man. Let's do better. Put some money in the women's league.
You know what was crazy? I saw a lot of people who were making that argument, which is very dumb. It was like, even the women don't know when WNBA is playing. Y'all want to talk about how they ain't getting paid enough, but y'all didn't say when the game was on. I was like, y'all know how stupid that is. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch to be able to say they should get paid more. That don't go hand in hand. It's just do better, niggas.
Do better.
But congrats, though. Congrats
yo.
to her.
Kelsey.
She won that. And Kelsey, congrats to Kelsey.
Beast.
Got that trophy. Well, Boogie, we've come to the end. It's another one. Another dope episode in the can. We appreciate y'all. No Sleep Crew. Late Night with Nate on all the podcast platforms. On all the social media platforms as well. We're back. Thank y'all. Ending, I always be trying to end on some high dynamic note. It just don't be working.
I mean, you don't have to. Just let it be. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can get all of our content when it come out.
I just feel like it's fun to end on something dynamic. Like,
you know what's dynamic? What's dynamic is if they put some money in this motherfucking league. That would be dynamic, okay?
Speaking of monies, shout out to all of those the sponsors. We appreciate every last one of y'all. If you do want to be a sponsor of this podcast, you know, you see my handle, you see Adrian's handle, hit us up. We'll give you the rates to be a sponsor on this lovely podcast.
I'm Adrian Brandybird.
This has been Late Night with Nate.